So hello and welcome to another My View for You. And here we have Bundy in the bridge, Alto Cumulus coming in, darker stuff. And we have some Fibratus here looking like storks or gannets flying. That's anyway, harbingers of worse weather to come. If I had two hands I would zoom out again, but I don't, so I won't. And we'll come round to our headlands. We're at Newport, and in the distance you can see all the cumulus that's coming in with more rain. More rain, we've not had any, what was I saying? Anyway, this is a part one for My View for You on NHS spin doctors and their need for them. Because I got a letter the other day which talk about dehumanising. Couldn't believe my eyes. From the Dear Sir, Madam to the Try Our Helpful Guide when they're given the news of discontinuing a treatment which is actually life changing for the thousands of people that they've been given this letter out to, discontinuing the treatment, and just the offhand way that they've treated it. The whole thing is just absolutely disgusting. So I've written a letter of complaint, sending it off to various other people too, and I'll do the letters up next after this, and then if you can be arsed in part two, I will go through all the symptoms that I have, my full medical, well, no full, God would be here for weeks, but like a wee synopsis of what I've got to put up with, and why, as I say, it's a life-changing treatment. Anyway, see you in part two. Bye. Hello, and welcome to part two of My View for You. As promised, back in the house, the reason is old couple came and I could feel them listening, never mind see them. So back up here. Anyway, the treatment is medicinal Botox, which is about half the strength of the cosmetic stuff. But just as sore when it's going in, believe you me. But it's to relax the jaws, the jaw muscles, and like relief for TMJ. Now, I get the symptoms of TMJ, but I have slightly different cause because a long time ago I got my jaw dislocated, fucked it up, putting it back in. Jaw muscles started calcifying. They caught it in time before it was like this because I could have ended up with my jaw completely fused shut and there would be fuck all they could do about it. Fortunately, I can open it a couple of centimetres so it's enough to be able to talk and things. So, uh, got to stop saying and things, by the way. So, if I do that throughout the video, I do apologise. It's a Scottish thing, I suppose. Anyway, which is also Scottish. Um, yeah, I'll do the symptoms, and if you can be arsed, you can hear how it's affected my life because it is a life changing treatment. There's no other way to describe it. I mean, I would go 20 odd miles just for a 5 minute appointment it, because it worked. A woman in the waiting room in a wheelchair would go 40 odd miles. She was from Montrose. She would go for the treatment because it works. You don't go those sort of distances just for a wee fucking 5 minute appointment unless it works. So, yeah, it was a treatment that a lot of people are going to miss, like hundreds in Tayside, because that's it. Everybody's not getting it. And just the way that letter is worded for a treatment, they know how life changing it is for people because, um, well, I'll do the symptoms and then I'll do a bit like personal stuff, as I say, boring. You can turn off after the symptoms, but anyway, you get your hands. I'm not going to touch it. My hair's slapping because I can't even bear to wash my hair at the moment. But that's a weather thing as well. It sets off this with sinus, and I can't bear to touch my head. That can happen a lot with TMJ as well. thing. So you get that, put the heels out your joints and the hands spread out, and then squeeze in till it's quite uncomfortable. And that's how we wake up every day. And then after that, it's just like pain. Basically, it builds up. Every word that you speak, every laugh that you make, every snort, every sigh, every step, if it's a really bad day, just builds up and builds up. A lot of us have tinnitus. That goes with the pulse as well, and it goes with the pain. It is not a pleasant thing. All thought goes away. You lose your train of thought constantly because the pain is just that constant. You can hardly use your brain anyway because of the pain and just the tension. Because not only do you have that, you can have like the iron bar through the middle as well that feels like it's getting ratcheted in. So you've got that going through the middle of your head, and you've got that pressing, and a world of hurt, in other words. And then they done that wording in that letter, as if you could just take a couple of paracetamol and read their leaflet, and you were fine, because it wasn't that consequential a treat, can't be that bad a condition. And it's just unbelievable, that attitude to have with stuff like that. I mean, I'm pretty typical, I would imagine, like, pretty typical, like with the symptoms and things like that. I've added my ears pop when it's low atmospheric pressure, like just now and things. So it's like somebody's stabbing in your ears with knit needles and things. I do a lot of my acting in real life, pretending I'm fine. It's like, because you get a bit fed up with people going, you okay, you okay? Because you're sitting there going, ugh. That's why a lot of people with the jaw problems and that seal themselves off, because it's just too sore. That's why World of Silence I ended up in, because it's just too sore to do it. I ended up like 10 years zombified on painkillers, for example, because that was your only route before Botox, was the heavy painkillers. That was a miserable life for me and my children. It was awful. Botox came along and changed all that. It meant I could have about half a normal life, going out and just socialising and laughing, and that. If you know anybody that's met me, they'll be able to tell you I cannot keep my mouth shut, and I can't stop cracking jokes and laughing at them myself. It's just the way I am. I could do half of that again with Botox. I could have half that life again. I could think about actually maybe having some sort of a job that I could do in the house, like, because I've got nerve damage, I've got other things as well, but there might have been something I could do once I got my brain capacity back again, because that was another, with Botox I could come off the heavy drugs and think again, could use my brain again. It was just so fucking wonderful to be able to do that. So I've just qualified last year. That's got a BA in professional theatre practices. 40 years finally doing the thing that I should have been doing, and everything's planned out, and it's all gone. All gone now. Everything's changed. And I'm not even the worst, because I'm the sort of person that will go, fuck it, right, what do I have to do to get round this then? There'll be other people that'll be absolutely fucking devastated because their lives aren't the same way as mine's are. They're not set up the same way, so this will fucking, like, it's devastating enough for my life. There'll be people that'll be completely fucking wiped out with a dear sir or madam in that attitude. Try your helpful link, see your GP, as if we haven't already been through every fucking avenue. Because you don't get Botox just straight off. You have to go through everything before you got offered it. And that's it. It's a fucking life changer. and that. Don't get me wrong, still a lot of pain. As I say, do my acting, pretending I'm okay and shit. And that there is still pain and things, but it's bearable. Bearable with lesser drugs, and I can use my brain. So it is worth the sacrifice, basically. And now it's fucking gone. And I can't afford it until next year because my budget's fucking done up for the training courses and shit. The plans that I had with my half life that I have with Botox and things all up in the air. I'm having to cut things fucking left, right, and centre. Family and friends come first, obviously. But that's how much I've got to change just because of this treatment. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand about cutbacks. I know these things have to happen. I understand that. But they didn't have to do it in such a fucking cold and inhuman way like that letter. That was absolutely disgusting and so unprofessional. My only hope is, as I say, is my response that they used an AI generated engine thing to do it. Because if they didn't, there's no better thinking about, really, does it? Anyway, that's my view for you on that. The next my view for you, I swear to God, I'm going to do internet weirdos soon. I swear. That'll be next. But that's that for today. And please do leave a comment, especially if you do suffer from jaw problems and or take the Botox or have been in the same position as me. I'm sending letters out to everybody because I'm just absolutely horrified by it. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye for now. Oh, you can't shove your granny off the bus. Oh, you can't shove your granny off the bus. Oh, you can't shove your granny 'cause she's your mammy's mammy. You can't shove your granny off the bus. Yeehaw!